Hello and welcome to Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. Once again, we're back. It's another massive game. It's Everton versus Manchester United at Old Trafford. Difficult away game for Everton here on this Easter weekend. We have a full weekend fulfilled fixtures. So a full Premier League lineup, and it starts with Manchester United versus Everton at Old Trafford. Team news for Everton. Jordan Pickford is in goal. There's only one change to the team that started last against Spurs, and it was an enforced change due to Doucouré's red card. But it's Jordan Pickford in goal. The back four unchanged: Seamus Coleman, Michael Keane, James Tarkowski, and Ben Godfrey. In midfield, this is where the change will come in. We've got Garner, we've got Onana, and we have what we think will be Iwobi is going to play in the centre of midfield today. Of course, Iwobi has played that role before. He played it under Frank Lampard. He actually excelled in that role and probably played better under that role than we've seen him play on the wing. So hopefully he'll be playing in the centre of midfield today. On the wings, Dwight McNeil, and we also have Gray. And up front, Ellis Sims. Ellis Sims comes into the side today. That was the change, the enforced change. He comes in for Doucouré. Ellis Sims leading the line up front against Manchester United. Now, he's come in on massive games before. Of course, one of his first starts for Everton was against Liverpool away at Anfield. Sean Dyche put him straight into the side. That night, although he did have a couple of chances, he did find it difficult. It was a little bit too much for Ellis Sims at the time. But hopefully, he's come out the team. He's trained with the team a lot more. He's come off the bench and scored a goal against Chelsea. So hopefully he can come back into the side now against Manchester United and really make a difference, up front today. And he's up against Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire has just come back into the side for Manchester United. Harry Maguire has always got a mistake in him. He makes mistakes for England. He makes mistakes for Manchester United. If Ellis Sims can put himself up against Harry Maguire, there may be an opportunity for him. Also, if we're playing Gray on the wings and McNeil will be on the wing, if we start getting those balls into the box, Ellis Sims is a natural target man. He can use his presence. He's a big lad. He can be physical. He can try and win a few headers up there. So, really interesting game here today. Manchester United, of course, really difficult game. Historically, we haven't really done well against Manchester United at all. We've got a recent result against Manchester United away. Yes, we got a point. Andrews Townsend won us a point in 2021. But Man United have only just lost one of the last 23 home Premier League games. So that shows you what a record they've got at Old Trafford and how dominant they are at home in the Premier League. They've also won 13 successive home league games when scoring first, and that run stretches back to February 2022. So yeah, massive really, isn't it? Really massive. Everton actually remain winless in 13 successive away fixtures in all competitions. It's a record that goes back to 1981. So our away form, of course, not fantastic. We need to do better. We need to improve it. And I'm sure we will do. It's just at this moment in time, we're finding it difficult on the road. We are picking up points here and there, and that's what we need to continue to do. Battle for every ball, every second ball. Go in wholeheartedly and see if we can get results here against Manchester United today at Old Trafford. I think all the Evertonians going in, expectations are not sky high. Somewhere in the middle, even for the most enthusiastic and optimistic Evertonians. Those people who are a glass half full will look to get 3 or 1 point here today. Glass half empty, a point would be absolutely fantastic. And as long as we don't concede too many goals, we'll take the benefits out of the game rather than anything else. Sean Dyche has actually only won one of his last 20 Premier League games as a manager. That's not a fantastic record at all, is it? I thought that was going to say at Old Trafford, but that's actually as a manager, which is interesting. But Dyche is also the 7th different manager to take charge of Everton in the last 7 visits to Old Trafford, after Ronald Koeman, Marco Silva, Duncan Ferguson, Carlo Ancelotti, Rafa Benitez, and Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard obviously back in management today as well. He's back in charge of Chelsea, and they'll be playing away at Wolves at 3 o'clock. let's hope Frank can do us a favour there and make sure they beat Wolves. And Wolves are down there scrapping for every point as Everton are at the bottom of the Premier League table. It's going to be a really interesting game. Let me just check to make sure our streams are live and everything is as it should be. We're live on Facebook today and YouTube. So here we go. It's, yeah, the teams are in the tunnel at the moment. Seamus Coleman leading the Everton team out. There's a few high fives and handshakes in the tunnel, which we don't like to see. But, you know, Michael Keane, ex-Manchester United player, of course. He's going to know a few of the lads. James Kartowski also knowing Harry Maguire from England duty and Jordan Pickford, of course. So, yeah, interesting game. Big game for both sides as well. Manchester United in the race for top 4. They want to put the pressure on Newcastle. They're on the same points as Newcastle at the minute, so it's essential United get points here today. Everton, same. You know, it's really difficult down at the bottom of the table. Alex Iwobi coming out there with a big smile on his face. Demarai Gray, last Everton player to come out of the Old Trafford tunnel. But as they come out, you can see massive Glazers out signs from that Stratford end, I believe it is. Obviously, Manchester United fans aren't very happy with their ownership at the moment. Same as Everton. And they're making their feelings known with banners inside the ground here today. You can just see it, just go, Glazers out. You can see tons of signs there. They're definitely making the feelings known. And they put them in the right place as well. They put them just above the tunnel. So they know the cameras will find them there. But the teams are out at Old Trafford. Nice day for football. Sun shining. Great temperature. Ellis Sims up front. Big Ellis Sims got a massive, massive game here today. You know, with a goal here today, Ellis Sims can really put a stamp on this Everton team and say, I'm taking charge. I am starting in this Everton side. I am the new number 9. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is back in training for Everton, but he's not on the bench here today, not in the team, not on the starting lineup. So he needs more time. Which Sean Dyche has alluded to in many press conferences. Dominic Calvert-Lewin needs time. We shouldn't be putting too much pressure on him at this moment. But we have Ellis Sims, we have Neil Maupay on the bench, so there's options to come off the bench if the game goes in that direction. Although I'm not too sure what Neil Maupay is actually going to offer from the bench. Not too sure he is right for this Everton side. He hasn't shown anything going forward so far. So let's see what he can. Let's see what Everton turn up. Is it an Everton that's going to go on the front foot and press Manchester United and look to impose themselves on the game and have an attacking impetus? Can we see that Everton today, or are we going to see the Everton that will sit back deep inside their own half and just let Man United play around them? I think if we see that Everton today and Man United do play around them, it's not going to be a good outcome for Everton. We need to really be on the front foot. We need to be aggressive against Manchester United. And yeah, we need to just get at them, really. Don't we get a foot in, get stuck in. Onana, you know, expecting a big performance from Onana today. No matter what you do on social media or if you ever read a newspaper, there's constant links with Onana to big teams, to bigger teams, I should say. Arsenal and teams in the top 4 at the moment, Manchester United. They want him. They're talking about £70 million. Maybe he'll go to a Champions League team. Onana, for me, needs to do more in this Everton side to prove he is worth that money. He's been good. You know, he gets about, he puts tackles in, but it doesn't really dictate the play like I would expect a £60 to £70 million player will do. So I need a big performance from Onana today away at Old Trafford. He can be the difference for us today, potentially. Also, we are restricted views, Everton Fan TV. So anybody watching, please do hit the like button, share and follow. We really need everyone's support. And if you can share this content with your friends, I would be absolutely made up. So thank you very much. And also, if you want to call into the show, DM me on Twitter or Instagram. And you can actually be part of Restricted Views Watch Along today. So you can do it from your phone. You can just click on the link, join the stream. I'll give you access, and come on, and we can have a chat and let me know what you think of the game. But yeah, do so. If you're interested, DM me on Twitter or Instagram at RestrictedEFC, and you can come on and be on Restricted Views Everton Fan TV live on YouTube. The game's about to kick off. Michael Oliver in charge today, the referee. I know there will be a lot of watch-alongs today because Manchester United have a massive following with massive watch-alongs. Of course, there's the Goldbridge and there's other, famous United channels, more established. But hoping to get a few fans here today logging into Everton Fan TV. It's a 12:30 kickoff. United are going to kick off first. Jordan Pickford just getting himself back in goal. United are going to be kicking off. Just trying to see who's going to take that kick off. It looks like Bruno Fernandes is over the ball. And we're getting ready to start the game. Here we go. Everton's straight away from the start up with position from Manchester United. They're pressing forward. Demarai Gray with the ball. Gives it to Alex Iwobi on the right-hand side. Iwobi puts that ball in, and Ellis Sims almost catches it on the volley. It's a good block from Harry Maguire. A really good start from Everton. Really positive. Winning the ball back high up inside the United half. Getting it out wide. Getting the ball in. And that's exactly what we want to see from Everton here today. And it's actually an aggressive Everton formation as well, straight from the off. It looks like Demarai Gray is going to be right up there alongside Ellis Sims, maybe just off him. It looks like a 4-4-1-1. But I thought it was going to be a 4-5-1 with Iwobi in midfield. Doesn't look like that's the case. Iwobi looks like he's going to stay on that right-hand side. And Demarai Gray is just going to be in support of Ellis Sims. So really interesting formation. They may drop back to a 4-5-1, when they haven't got the ball. But already Everton are pressing United in their own half, really high up the pitch. Not really worried behind them what's going on. So really interesting start. Let's see if we can keep this up. It's really encouraging. Just add another light to the setup there. Turned on. Here we go. So Everton getting stuck in, pressing Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay in midfield. I'll get it right the first time. And if you are watching along, the time on the screen, minute 48, that's where we are in the match. Might be just delayed if you are watching on YouTube, just due to the YouTube delay. But if you turn your notifications off on your phone, if you're contributing in the watch along, you'll be real time with myself. But here's Man United here. Bruno Fernandes with the ball inside the Everton half. Luke Shaw injured today, so not playing at right back. But Jordan Sancho is actually playing on the wing as well. Good, tricky player. United get a shot away. Oh, and it's just deflected out for the Man United corner. Put the headphones on. Listen to the commentary. Good turn from United inside the box. It was actually deflected off Michael Keane out for a corner. Bruno Fernandes has gone across to take the corner. Early pressure from United. They take a short. Goes to Rashford's on the edge of the box. He's looking to get a shot off. Coleman's trying to chase him down. Does get a block in. It's gone out for United throw in. Interesting start to the game. Marcus Rashford played 350 games for Manchester United. Really good achievement for the young lad. Everton playing in all blue today. It's definitely going to be a difficult game. It's going to be one of those games with large portions of the game. Everton will be on the back foot. They will have to dig in and defend well. Man United's likelihood is they'll see the majority of the ball in this game here today. So You know, we've all been to games like that where the opposing team have had the ball more than Everton, and it's backs to the walls, and it doesn't. It's not a fantastic watch. You know, it's not great as a supporter, but Sean Dyche just will want a clean sheet here today. I think that's number one priority: clean sheet, and let's see if we can do anything when we've got possession, maybe from a corner, set piece. But it's another Manchester United corner, second corner, already in the fourth minute here. Anthony on the ball, gives it off to Bruno Fernandes, looking to get across him. Does cross it, but it's away from Demarai Gray. Scott McTominay puts it over the bar. Eric Ten Hag in the stands there. Probably having a look at the screen, looking at his early set pieces. Jordan Pickford with a goal kick. No playing it short out from Everton. He pumps it up the field. Demarai Gray holds it up, gives it to Roby, plays it into Ellis Sims, who gets a good early touch on the ball. Plays it back to Onana again, back again to Michael Keane, and it's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper here. Everton have kept hold of the ball, but they've had to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. He pings it out to Seamus Coleman, who loses it, but it's back now with Demarai Gray on the right-hand side. Finds Ellis Sims, back to Gray. Demarai Gray hasn't got any space to work with it at the minute, but McNeil puts a nice ball through to Ben Godfrey, and it's gone out for an Everton corner. Nice little play from Everton, nice setup. Ellis Sims is really playing well as a target man already. The ball's gone into his feet 3 or 4 times. He's not lost the ball. He's actually played it back to an Everton player. So they're playing off Ellis Sims, which is really positive to see. And it came to Ben Godfrey, who tried to get a ball inside the box, but Anthony concedes the corner. Alex Iwobi stands over it, as does Dwight McNeil. Ball goes into the near post, which is quite unusual for Everton, but it gets cleared. Goes out to Idrissa Gana Gueye. Tries to get a shot off, but slips. And now Man United's on the counter-attack. Everton is back in numbers. If they can get back quick enough, it's Jordan Sancho. One-on-one with Seamus Coleman. Tries to get a ball, plays it square across the box, but misses everyone in the Everton box. It's back now to Wan-Bissaka. Sabitzer, Bruno Fernandes, who actually takes a shot on, but Jordan Pickford easily claims that ball. So end to end, you know, Everton have seen it's difficult when you have a corner. You need to make sure you don't lose the ball on the transition and you leave massive gaps in behind you. It's happened already this season. Happened at Liverpool. You know, Frank Lampard was notorious for leaving massive gaps in the defence when we were attacking. But it's interesting because Man United, you know, the goods on the counter-attack and they will punish you. And Rashford's nearly gone one-on-one. He has gone one-on-one. He's got the better of Tarkowski and he shoots. And it's a good save from Jordan Pickford. Well, already you saw a simple ball through and Marcus Rashford absolutely left Tarkowski. The ball goes in. Whew, and Pickford's heads wide. Rashford heads wide. Jordan Pickford actually came out with 2 fists and looks like he almost took Rashford's head off. The ball came in over a few minutes ago. A long ball over the top. It went over Michael Keane. Michael Keane couldn't quite get his head on it. And then Rashford just left Tarkowski for pace. Got through one-on-one. And it was a good save in the end from Jordan Pickford. Marcus Rashford should have scored. And it should be 1-0 to Man United already in the 8th minute. You would say it's an early let-off there for Everton. After Everton were quite sloppy in possession. But what can Everton do? Can we bounce back here? Dave Downey on Twitter saying, our kit today is what it should be permanently. So Everton's kit today is blue top, blue shorts, blue socks. A bit of a change on the bottom half. We normally white shorts and white socks. But that was always my preferred setup as well. You know, as a kid, when I got an Everton home kit, I would always get the full blue kit. I would always go with the blue shorts and blue socks. So that was always my preferred kit. And they do that now. You know, for the kid, even for the kids' kits, you can have a change of shorts and socks sold in the Everton shop. Trying to think what my kids went for. I think they went for all blue as well. But yeah, really difficult game here today. At Everton Brow says she feels like she's in the minority, but she hates all blue. She prefers the blue shorts and the white shorts and the white socks. Each to their own, though, isn't it? Each to their own. But an Everton free kick. Everton won a free kick here, deep inside United's half. Jordan Sancho fouls Seamus Coleman. It's actually intelligent play by Seamus Coleman. Don't think it was an actual free kick. He sort of felt Sancho behind him, went down, won the free kick here for Everton. Everton, again, have got 2 over the ball, Dwight McNeil and Damari Gray. I actually prefer just 1 over the ball. But the ball goes in. It's a header. Oh, and it's over the bar. And it was Onana. Onana got a really good connection on the ball. Good header. And he was only 6 yards out from the goal. He gets a head on it, but he just puts it over. You've got to be hitting the target from there. You have got to do better, Onana. Once again, those situations, he needs to do much better. In recent games, he's had chances. He's had headed attempts on goal. He's had shots. And he just really hasn't shown that quality and composure on the ball. And when those chances come up, you don't get too many chances of them in a game, especially not away at Old Trafford. But he needs to do better than that. Here's Rashford now. He's gone through. And Alex Iwobi's fantastically got back. Great yards of pace. And he's got an interception. It's gone out for the United corner. It was going to be a clear goal there if Rashford got a shot away. But Alex Iwobi gets back, gets a foot in, and gets the interception. Really good play. Well done, Iwobi. At Tactically Matt on Twitter just mentioning the fact that Rashford is going to be a real... Oh, it's a post for United. And it's an open goal for Wan-Bissaka. And he's put it wide. The corner's gone in. It's headed out from Everton. No, it's actually the corner's gone straight to Anthony on the edge of the box. He's hit it from the edge of the box. It's not actually a great connection on the ball, but it's took Jordan Pickford by surprise. It's hit the post. It's come back out to Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka is absolutely unmarked on the 6-yard box. Open goal because Jordan Pickford's on the floor. And he's put it wide. It's an absolute sitter for Wan-Bissaka. And it's good for Everton. He's missed. But there's alarm bells going off here inside the Everton heads, inside Sean Dyche's technical area. Because United could be 2-3 ahead already here. Everton need to tighten up. They need to get a little bit more structured. Because I think it's far too easy for Man United right now. Man United have had two or three golden opportunities in this match already. Gary Neville just commenting on Twitter how the right back curse is still showing its head at Old Trafford. Of course, Gary Neville was never prolific in front of goal, was he? So, but he's got to do better there, Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka, when he shuts his eyes tonight, when he's going to sleep, he's going to see that chance again going round in his head. Here's United trying to get in the box now with Anthony. Wan-Bissaka tries to get a ball across. All the Everton players are back defending, apart from Ellis Sims. And Garner Gay puts it out for a Manchester United corner kick. Already 13 minutes gone. I feel like it's about 80 minutes gone already. They've been pressuring us so much. He's United with another corner now. They're taking it short again. Bruno Fernandes has played it centrally for Malacia. Malacia has taken a shot on here, and he puts it high and wide over the bar. That'll do for Everton. That will do. Everton with the ball now. They're trying to build up play. They're trying to play off Ellis Sims. Ellis Sims is doing well up front, isn't he? You know, if you're watching the game, he's holding the ball, and when it goes up to him, you know, it's not coming off him. He's not losing possession. He's actually making it stick. He's bringing other players into play as well. It's just not happening for Everton right now. But the game's young. Ben Godfrey's on his bike. He is actually showing some pace down that left-hand side. Dwight McNeil can't keep it in play, though. If you're watching today, give us a comment on YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from and what you think the game will be today, what the score will be. If you're a Man United fan, what do you think the score will be? And if you're, of course, a toffee, are we thinking we're getting anything from this game here today? At Love and Hate saying our midfield needs to wake up and close down quicker. So, yeah, you know, similar opinions to myself, really, in terms of it's going to be a difficult game here at Old Trafford. But Tamari Gray's got the ball, and he's actually being fouled there by Malacia on Man United's left-hand side. It's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position. It's going to be a ball into the box here. A couple of set pieces already for Everton, which unusually haven't gone down very well, to be fair. I'm going to turn my mic down a little, because I think I'm a little bit too loud, but hopefully the volume's still okay. If not, please do let me know. Please like and subscribe, guys, and share our content. We want to get as many subscribers as we possibly can. We're a brand new Everton Fan TV channel, so it's going to take us a little bit of time to build up that fan base and the followers. The ball goes in. Again, it's cleared quite easily by Manchester United away. Ben Godfrey recovers the ball to Iwobi, who puts another ball in, but it's out by Martinez, probably one of the smallest players on the pitch. Unfortunately, gets his head on it. It's a nice play there from Sancho that releases Marcus Rashford down Everton's right-hand side. And Garner Gay wins back possession of the ball, gives it to McNeil. Everton trying to get out of their own half. They do so with Tamari Gray spreading the play. Alex Iwobi now on the left-hand side and McNeil on the right. But here's Iwobi. Gives it to Tamari Gray. Lovely ball played with the outside of the foot to McNeil, who checks back in on his left foot, puts the ball inside the box. Oh, and it goes right over everyone's heads. And Everton body just can't get on the end of it. But a good ball into the box there by Everton. You know, if we can get on the end of one of them, it'll be really good. Don't seem to be just clicking here for Everton, but the ball goes in from Tarkowski. Sims goes back to Sims in the box. He's free. He hits it. Oh, and he drags it wide. He was absolutely unmarked inside the United box. He's tried to side foot it towards the back post. Really good 1-2 by Sims. He's almost got too much time on his hands, and it goes wide. It's almost like he hasn't made the right connection. But it's promising from Everton. They're getting inside the box, getting an attempt off. Already had 4 attempts on goal in this match, none on target. But Everton looking much more of an attacking threat under Sean Dyche than we ever were under Frank Lampard. And that's positive. Seamus Coleman up against Marcus Rashford here. And he's done excellent, Seamus Coleman. Well done. Gone shoulder to shoulder, just barged Rashford out the way. And it's out for the Everton goal kick. You know, what can you say about Seamus Coleman? We say it week in, week out on this watch-along, on this YouTube channel. He's getting better with age, Seamus Coleman. You know, I almost felt like he was getting found out a year or two ago. And we had to make a massive change there at right back. We still do need to bring in somebody who can be a long-term replacement, whether that's Nathan Patterson or not, I don't know. But Seamus Coleman is just getting, you like wine, getting better with age. Everton inside the United half here. Onana on the ball. Gives it to Tarkowski, who looks on the left-hand side. Gives it to Iwobi. Iwobi's trying to play in McNeil. McTominay is all over McNeil, giving him no space whatsoever. He will know that McNeil's been one of our most influential players over the past few weeks. You know, he's the one that dictates play, and they're really closing Everton down when they get the ball. They're not giving us much time on it. He's gone again. Actually giving him lots of time. He tries to play it into Ellis Sims. Doesn't quite make that connection. And now with Everton committed bodies forward, United breakout. It's Jadon Sancho. And two Everton players have actually fallen and slipped. And it's opened up some space. It's Sabitzer with a shot. And it's nicely palmed and caught by Jordan Pickford. John Ferguson on Twitter saying Ellis Sims should have done better. Dave Downey, that's a golden miss from Sims. At Stats EFC says, oh my word, Ellis Sims has to do better there. These look vulnerable. You know, United look, it's really interesting because United look really dangerous going forward, but also susceptible going, you know, the other way. And look like we can get at them in defence. So, going to be really interesting. Patrick Boylan saying Sims with a golden chance free inside the box. Drags the shot wide. Everton have been second best so far, but that could have easily been 1-0. I agree. I think, again, I've said 4 shots on goal at the minute. We've actually had a couple of really good chances. That Ellis Sims was probably the best chance we've had. But Onana, you know, Onana with the header, only 6 yards out, just put it over the bar. If he can get that on target, potentially a goal there for Everton. It's a lovely ball over the top of the Everton defence. It's Anthony racing through one-on-one with Jordan Pickford. And it's another fantastic save by Jordan Pickford. United have already had 2 one-on-ones with Jordan Pickford. One from Rashford, one from Anthony. And Jordan Pickford has absolutely been a beast in goal and got the better of both United players. But Everton are playing a really high line. And United are just finding balls over the top. They're running onto them and getting in one-on-one situations. I think Everton have got to drop a little bit deeper there. Everton look really vulnerable at the back. At Julie Hobb on Twitter saying her heart is pounding. It's only 20 minutes gone. And I know exactly how she feels. Just an ordinary Canadian fellow saying it looks like United is going to win this one. And you have to say, given the chances they've had early on in the game, you know, United could have been 2 or 3 ahead. Absolutely. It's going to be a really difficult game here for Everton to see if we can get anything out this game. But it's Alex Iwobi. He's put a ball through to Damari Gray. Damari Gray's got players in front of him, and he's inside the box. He tangles with Harry Maguire and goes down. It's not a penalty, but he's put it out. Harry Maguire looks like he's put it out for the Everton corner. Damari Gray was actually looking like he might have fouled me here. I think what's happened, I tell you what, it's not a half bad shout. Harry Maguire has tried to go, Damari Gray's tried to go past Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire has got 2 hands holding Damari Gray. Why has he got his hands on Damari Gray? But they're saying it's not a penalty. It's going to be a corner. I think that's worth a look. It's definitely worth a look for VAR for me. VAR not going to review it. I think that's dangerous, you know. The corner goes in, goes towards the back post, but it goes over everybody. Doesn't reach Tarkowski and goes out for the United goal kick. I'm telling you, that's a penalty shout. Let me know in the chat what you think. Actually, Peter's a United fan, so, he might be a little bit biased. But here we go again. Another goal kick right over the top of the Everton defence. It's like deja vu. Anthony's gone through one-on-one, but this time, Godfrey's got back, got a challenge in, and Pickford's picked the ball up. How is this possible? Twice Anthony has got behind the Everton defence. Just a simple ball over. And Godfrey's got back, used his pace well. But Everton, very, very dodgy in defence there. Just ordinary Canadian fellow saying, I swear if that's a Varane, that's a pen. Just because he's English, it's not a pen. Right, okay. But here we go again. United's almost through again. McTominay this time, running forward with the ball. He finds Rashford. Rashford gets a shot, and it's blocked by Tarkowski. It's blocked by Michael Keane. Bruno Fernandes shoots, it's blocked. I'll tell you what, this is end-to-end. This could end up 5-5. Ashley saying it's just a matter of time in the chat. I do feel like you're right, unfortunately. But Everton can't keep making these mistakes. They can't keep leaving massive holes behind them. It's amazing 25 minutes has not been a goal in this game so far. It's a really interesting game. Really good game, end to end. Here's Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. Gives it to Anthony. Anthony and Wan-Bissaka have a really good partnership on that right-hand side. I do like them. Scott McTominay got the ball, but brilliant there from Garner Gay to win the ball back. Alex Iwobi takes a throw in now from the Everton right-hand side. Just the only fellow saying if Varane was playing United, it would be 1-0 up already. I'm guessing you're a Varane fan. Is that the case? I saw Eric Ten Hag talk before the game explaining the change why he brought Harry Maguire in today. And he basically just said it was squad rotation. You've got a lot of games coming up. And he wants him playing. He wants to change the team up, freshen things up. But Michael Varane, certainly a really good player for Manchester United. Michael Keane tries to pump a ball up there towards Demarai Gray, but it's offside. Martinez having a bit of beef there with Demarai Gray. But I think Martinez wants to have a bit of beef with anyone, doesn't he? Martinez is that type of player. Please, everyone, thank you very much for joining us. We've got relatively low views at the minute, but we're a brand new channel. If everybody could please like and subscribe, that would be massively helpful for our channel. So please do hit that like button, hit the share button, and follow our channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Even if you're not an Everton fan, if you please do like our content and share it with your friends. If you're interested in calling in, by the way, I am open. So if you want to come on and have a little chat, talk about the Everton game, just send me a DM on Twitter or Instagram. It's at RestrictedEFC. It's also down here going across in the banner. Send me a DM. I can send you a link and you can appear right here with me on the YouTube stream and you can tell me exactly what you think of the game happening at the minute. You don't need any special technology, just your phone, and just click on a link and you'll join me here on the YouTube channel. Ashley Peter saying he likes Martinez better, but Varane is good, and he's not a fan of Maguire. I think Martinez is probably your best defender. He's probably, well, at least this season, Varane's massively established, really good career behind him. But as it is, they're having a good partnership, Martinez and Varane. People on Twitter saying Godfrey needs to sort himself out of this left-back position. He's let Anthony in behind him twice, but he showed really good pace to get back and recover. Julie Hobbs saying, what a tackle, Ben. Amazing. Akai 1878 saying, no pen. He's got arms wrapped both around him. basically, I thought that could have been a penalty myself. You know, not massive shouts from the Everton team. Maybe there should have been. There should have been massive appeals from all the Everton players getting around the referee. Something we don't like to see in the game, but something that probably we want to see, because little old Everton don't get those decisions away at Old Trafford if you don't put pressure on the officials. And that's something we should have done in that instance, in my opinion. Basically, we're going toe-to-toe with United. We're not sitting back. We're not, being a defensive Everton side here. We're matching Man United here. We're pressing high up. We're attacking in numbers. We're getting multiple players forwards on every attack. And it almost looks like we're going toe-to-toe with them. I mean, they could have scored about 4 goals themselves, Man United, so I'm not too sure it is the right strategy. Tamari Gray, again, slipping on the pitch. That's supposed to be the 4th time he slipped and being on his backside. Here's McTominay inside the box. He's trying to get round the Everton defence. He does so, cuts it back. And it's gone out for a Man United corner. You see him drinking out of a silver bottle at the minute. We do have some at-restricted views merch coming soon. New store coming soon. Nothing to share just yet, but keep an eye out for that one. Yeah, just ordinary Canadian fellow saying I don't think we should be going toe-to-toe because United have clearly got more, a better talent. And yeah, I agree. You know, we've seen it already in the early stages of this game. United have got fantastic talent. They can counter-attack. They've probably got better pace than Everton. Anthony have got the ball here. It's headed towards the back post. It's headed back. Everton have cleared it. It's cleared. It's gone out for a Man United throw-in. But yeah, going toe-to-toe, it's difficult with United. You know, United have got mass amounts of goals in them. Marcus Rashford, fantastic goal scorer already this season. Going toe-to-toe with them might not be the best idea. And I agree. But I'm happy Everton are positive, because we've seen Everton teams come to Old Trafford before and just have no attacking input whatsoever, or output. And we've really struggled to break them down, struggled to do anything. So it is a little bit better to see them on the front foot and try to, impose themselves on a game. Here's Man United absolutely just playing round Everton. Bruno Fernandes hits it with the outside of the foot, and it goes over the bar for the goal kick. But it's nice United move here. United are really good at pinging that ball about. 30 minutes gone. I've no idea how it's 0-0 because there's been masses of chances. Ashley Pigger saying, what do I think of Weghorst? Now, I don't know where Weghorst is today. Is he injured? Is that why he's not playing? Or is it just a tactical change? Just looking at the team lineups here. If I can find them. But yeah, I'm not too sure why he's not playing today. So Weghorst is on the bench today. Apologies about that. So it just looks like it was a tactical change. I actually don't mind Weghorst because he obviously came from Burnley. You know, our manager Sean Dyche just actually signed Weghorst for Burnley in the run-up to last season. And I think he's good for... Lost our camera connection. Bear with us, and we'll try to go back online. Apologies about this technical issue. We are still with you. Just seeing what we can do. And we're going to be back in one quick... So we have a few technical issues, as you can see on the screen. We're looking to get this resolved ASAP. Please do bear with me for a second. And I should be back. So for some reason, we're back at least with a green screen, but you will get your usual view back in a few minutes. Don't know why we just had a few issues there. No idea, but we're getting it resolved. It's still 0-0 here at Old Trafford. It's 1-0. It's Scott McTominay with the goal. It's 1-0 United. So it's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Manchester United during our technical issues. And let's see if we get this camera sorted. It was Scott McTominay with the goal. And we've already talked about the stats, how imposing Man United can be when they go 1-0 up at Old Trafford. It was coming. But Everton had 8 players in the box there when they conceded the goal. So it was really disappointing that we've actually lost out there and conceded the goal. Just only Canadian fellow saying last time McTominay scored in a Premier League match was against Burnley last season. Suppose that just shows you he doesn't get many. But it was a good finish from McTominay. You know, I'd need to see it again because our feed just dropped off there for a second. But he got inside the Everton box. He rifled it past Jordan Pickford. Everton had plenty of bodies back. Just didn't close them down there. And now the challenge has got to be for Everton. How can we get back in this game? Really difficult to go 1 down at Old Trafford against a good United side. But how do we get back in this? How do we get back in this game? I already mentioned earlier that Man United have got a fantastic record at home. especially when they score first. And United are only one or two teams who haven't dropped a point from a winning position at home in the Premier League, along with Tottenham. So they don't have a record of throwing games away. Is Sabitzer. Lifts it over Everton's defence for Rashford, but he's offside. And if it wasn't for Pickford, we might be 3 or 4 behind it already. Let's have a look at Twitter, seeing what we're saying about the goal. Ped saying we could really do with the midfield here. You know, he's being non-existent in this game. Tactically, Matt saying terrible performance. How has nobody made a proper tackle in the lead up to that Man United goal? He's saying he would make changes at half time. You know, we've got to think what changes could we make in the game. We have Tom Davies to come on. We have James Garner to come on. Here's Iwobi. 1-2 with Garner in the midfield. He's Dwight McNeil trying to get a shot off. He does so, but it's blocked. It's going to go out. No, Onana stops it from going out to play. McNeil on the left-hand side. Can he get a ball in the box? Doesn't do so. Gives it back to Godfrey. I think Everton just need to get a ball in here. Is Iwobi now taking up a bit more of a central position. I think there's been a tactical change here from Everton, but United's on the counter-attack. A 1-2. McTominay. Let's put it out wide. Give it to Jordan Sancho on the left-hand side. Sancho looking to get a ball in. He does do so. He goes into Rashford again, and Rashford gets his head on it, but he can't direct it towards goal. But it's still in play, in fact. Here's Wan-Bissaka who gets a shot in, and it's gone out for a corner kick. Wan-Bissaka rifled a shot in, and Ben Godfrey just got a flick on it to take it wide. Just an ordinary Canadian fella saying, imagine if it was Casemiro playing, Everton would definitely be, United would definitely be 3 up. And to be honest, I agree. Matt Jones saying it's comfortably on Twitter, the worst half under Sean Dyche so far. Hopeless and timid in every area of the pitch. I think it's a little bit harsh, to be honest with you. I mean, United have been really good in this first half. Yes, we've let them have many, many goal-scoring opportunities. Probably the worst defensive performance under Sean Dyche. But we just need to get to half-time here. If we can get to half-time still being 1-0, I'd take that all day long at the minute. As it is, 42 minutes gone. I suppose the frustrating point of view from Everton is, of all the players Man United have got, all the good players, you've got Anthony, you've got Rashford. Actually, Scott McTominay has scored against us, probably the worst United player. And it's Onana. Onana didn't really pick up the run from Scott McTominay. Didn't follow him in. And that's disappointing from Onana. I talked before the game how we need a big performance from Onana. And if he's going to be linked and continue to be linked and big himself up like he's the man and he's this player, he needs to start performing in games. And he certainly cost Everton a goal there by not tracking back. Here's Damari Gray. 1 step over, 2 step overs, trying to get a boss across inside the box. It's actually gone out for an Everton throw-in. Question, would I take McTominay at Everton? Good question. Whether he's better than Onana, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Decore, I'm not too sure he is, but some players inside, such as Man United, they play around good players, don't they? And the better players around them make them look better than they actually are. We've had many ex-United players at Everton. You know, Darren Gibson came in, and he wasn't a fantastic player. He was one of them players who just got away with it at United, you know, because he had good players around him. But he wasn't fantastic for Everton. He spent more time in the physio room than he did on the field. Multiple, problems off the field, and he was just a problem altogether, really, for Everton. So it's not always the case where players leave United and you think they're this level. Sometimes they're not, and maybe that's the case with McTominay. Again, another player, we have Phil Neville at Everton. And Phil Neville actually came in and he became Everton captain in the end. And he was a really good utility player for Everton because he could play right back, he played centre back. Moyes used him in the centre midfield from time to time. And that was actually one of the players that actually did well. Tim Howard, another player who came in and did well for Everton. Here's Iwobi now, trying to get into this, break into the United half. Puts a big ball. And we will try and get the camera back. It's a shot by Anthony. It's tipped wide by Jordan Pickford. So we're going to take a break, guys, for half time. We're going to get the technical issues resolved, and we're going to be back for And we're back. Thank you for sticking with us. It's the second half. Where are we now? So there's been a change. There's been a change for Everton at half-time. And we've changed cameras here, so if it looks a little bit sketchy, that's why, guys. I had to go to backup power. Because we had a problem with our camera, so we'll get that resolved for next time round. So yeah, really difficult second half here. Not for United fans, but for the Everton fans. There's been a change. Ben Godfrey's come off, and Vitaly Mikolenko's come on at left back for Everton. So it's going to be a difficult game in the second half. I mean, what can Everton do? What can they change? Already, I see a change from the Everton stylistically. You know, we're much deeper in our own half. We're not pushing forwards or trying to pressure United backline like we had been doing. So that's one change. United, I think Everton are going to be more structured, difficult to break down. So yeah, I think Everton's game plan here is to sit back, not concede again, and just see where the game takes us. Really, what we have to think about as well is goal difference. Everton in a relegation battle, so goal difference is going to be massive for Everton. You know, we're already at this stage minus 19. We don't want to concede 4 more goals here in the second half and end up, you know, in a worse position because of our goal difference. So if we just need to shut up shop here, is it a case of just shutting up shop and we won't press forward? That's an interesting proposition. Is that the case? Do we need to do that? Let me know what you think. What the score is going to be in the comments. Do we think Everton are going to at least get 1 back, or is it not going to be the case? So United just passing it around Everton at the minute. Everton again, just sitting back now. Just sitting back, just saying, well, break us down because we're not interested in pressing forward. So if you can press us down, if you can break us down, break us down. I think Everton will just be relying on getting a set piece now. ball's gone over the top there, just like the first half. But this time, because Everton is so deep, Everton actually got a head on it, and Michael Keane got his head on it, and it broke up the play. So a little bit different from the first half. At least we are seeing those things out now and not making the same mistakes as we did in the first half. A lot of games coming up in the Premier League today. We've got Aston Villa and Notts Forest. You know, from an Everton perspective again, be backing Villa to win that one at home. Forest are going in real trouble at the moment. They look like they're in free flow, so hoping Villa beat Forest here today. Brentford and Newcastle. Probably think Newcastle will beat Brentford. Fulham and West Ham. Need Fulham to win there at home. Wolves and Chelsea. Frank Lampard back at Chelsea. So we want a Chelsea win there. Come on, Super Frank. Tottenham and Brighton. Don't care. Leicester, Bournemouth. I mean, a draw is probably the best result for Everton out of those two. Southampton, Man City. You know, it's essential Man City beat Southampton. It's one of Southampton's home games as well. So we need Southampton to really go there and beat them 5-0. Would be absolutely perfect. And then tomorrow, it's Leeds against Crystal Palace. Both teams down there, but probably, again, a draw or Palace to win that one maybe. Here's Fernandes on the edge of the box, twisting and turning, but it gets blocked. Oh, he's got it back again. But at this time, Idrissa Gana Gueye does really well, winning the ball back. And Everton are playing around with it in their own half here. A little bit dangerous. And Onana can't play a simple pass through to McNeil, and he gives it away. What is going on with Onana? And then Liverpool-Arsenal tomorrow as well. Again, couldn't care less. Arsenal get the win, that would be great. So it's going to be a difficult second half. I think Everton are just going to sit back, keep it tight, and United definitely want to try and get a second or third goal here. Because Everton can be dangerous from set pieces. If we get a corner later in the game or a set piece, you know, we'll want to get forwards. We'll want to try and get back into the game in a sensible way. Let's see. Alex Iwobi, centre of the pitch. Goes past one. He's going to try and get a shot off. Can't. Here's Sims now. Shoots. Blocked. Here's Onana picking up the ball inside the United half. Gives it to Mikalenko. Mikalenko to McNeil. McNeil to Gray. And Gray gets fouled. So this is what Everton want now. A good set piece in a dangerous position. So far this afternoon, Everton actually haven't been firing all cylinders in terms of set pieces. You know, our set pieces have been a lot better before this game in previous matches. Here today, not fantastic. So can Tarkowski get his head on this and get it into the back of the net? McNeil puts the ball in. Tarkowski does get his head on it, aims it towards the back post, but it's gone over the bar and out for the goal kick. Probably another poor set piece there. Could have been a lot better. Still Manchester United 1, Everton 0. This is Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Thanks for a lot for joining. Wan-Bissaka with the ball. United not in a massive rush to get the ball forward at the minute. They're happy just to knock it around the back. Everton not in a massive rush to close down the United backline now because They were leaving too many spaces behind in the first half, so they're not doing that now. They're about 20 yards deeper, 30 yards deeper than they were in the first half, the Everton defence. So when we get the ball, when Everton get the ball now, it's up to our midfield players to really bring that ball forward and run with the ball, because they've now got 60 yards they need to get forward to pressure and and get the ball inside the United half. United's actually strolling on the ball, playing it between Sancho and Fernandes, playing a bit of walk football. But it looks like Everton are going to make a few changes. James Garner and Tom Davies warming up. Maybe Sean Dyche's not happy with the midfield and wants to make a change. But here's Iwobi now in the number 10 position, driving towards goal. He could have drove a little bit more, in my opinion. But he's actually tried to give it to Damari Gray. United ready and intercept the pass. But Alex Iwobi had the pitch opened up in front of him. Surely he could have pressed on. Interesting. James Garner looks like he might be coming on. It is James Garner. James Garner was almost getting his bib back on there after his warm-up, but Connor Cody has told him to get in there. It looks like Onana's gone down. Looks like he's struggling, maybe. But Tom Davies and James Garner, it's going to be a double substitution by Everton. Steve Stone just giving them a few last-minute instructions, possibly set pieces. But the game's underway at the moment. It looks like it's going to be Onana and Idrissa Gana Gueye to come off for Tom Davies and James Garner, which is a big change because, you know, that's the entire the midfield. Sean Dyche obviously isn't liking the way we've approached this game, especially from a midfield perspective. So he's making the change. Anthony Martial is actually also coming on. You know, we've been really poor. The passing from Everton have been really poor today. We haven't been able to string 2 or 3 passes together. You know, every time we get into a final third, that last pass, it's just been getting intercepted or we've been sloppy in possession. Not what we wanted there today, but we're still in the game. While it's 1-0, you're still in the game. So the Everton players have got to believe in themselves. McNeil's got to the byline, tries to put across into the box, but it's blocked by Wan-Bissaka. It's actually got off a United throw in. Don't know how that came about. So both players are going to come on, Tom Davies and James Garner. Everton taking on some fluids as well while they get a few minutes. But Idrissa Gana Gueye and Onana are off. Could also, due to Ramadan as well, we have to remember the Onana and Idrissa Gana Gueye are in the middle of a fasting period due to their religious beliefs. So the cultural beliefs are, you know, you can't take on fluids or eat before, you know, certain times of the day. That means they wouldn't have had a pre-match meal today. They wouldn't have been able to take on any fluids. It's a really hot day as well in the northwest of England today. So makes sense to bring those 2 players off, bring on some fresh legs. And that's something you've got to consider in the modern day game as well. But on is James Garner. On is Martial for United as well. He's come on for Anthony. Anthony's actually, I thought, played really well for United. Came on today. He could have had a couple of goals. He had 2 one-on-one situations. Maybe should have done a little bit better with them. This is Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Thanks very much for joining us. Please like and subscribe and follow and share our link with your friends. That'll be much appreciated. Here's Tarkowski heading towards his own goal. Plays it back to Pickford. Pickford with a big kick up the field. Demarai Gray recovers the ball, but Demarai Gray is offside. Just ordinary Canadian saying Martial's a very good player, but he should be doing much better, shouldn't he, Martial? He needs to score more goals, you know, he needs to... There was a lot of hype when he first came to United, but the last few years, he hasn't really done it on a consistent basis. But you have to say, for all United's possession, and this has been, let's be honest, a one-way game. It's been all United. It's still only 1-0. And surely that's what this second half is all about. This second half, you know, 15 minutes in, United haven't had an attempt on goal. And I think it shows you how Sean Dyche has set up Everton in the second half. Much more defensive, much more rigid and structured. And that's how we thought Everton would be set up from the kickoff, not in the second half. And maybe it would still be 0-0 if it was that way. But certainly in the second half, Everton have been a lot more defensive, absolutely. But maybe it's paid off because United haven't had a shot on target. Pickford's come out of his goal, cleared the ball, very composed, pumped it up long field, heading towards Ellis Sims. But Martinez has done well to recover there, put the ball out to play. There's a bit of a push of the shove in here. Scott McTominay has kicked the ball while the ball was out of play in the middle of Seamus Coleman's legs. So let's see what happened here. Seamus Coleman went down, got nudged, and kicked the ball. Depends whether the referee... McTominay actually needs Seamus Coleman in the back. But Scott McTominay looks like he's going to get with one there. Referee's not interested in giving anything other than a free kick to Everton. Let's see if Everton can do anything with a set piece here. Our only chance, you would imagine, is going to come from a set piece. So the ball comes in towards the back post, but it's headed away from McTominay. James Garner from outside the box plays out wide to Demarai Gray. Can Demarai Gray get the ball in again? He shifts onto his right, tries to get the ball in. It's deflected. Michael Keane nudges it out wide, gives it to Gray again. Gray one-on-one against Fernandez. Plays it back to McNeil. McNeil puts a ball in. And that's... looks like bread and butter for Dwight McNeil. But McNeil made a bit of a... De Gea made a bit of a mess of it. Another ball into the United box. Ellis Sims now on the edge of the box. Shots. It was going wide, but it's blocked. Back out to Iwobi, who side foot places it, and it's over the bar, deflected. And it's out for a corner kick. Good chance for Everton. Alex Iwobi side-footed. It looked like it was going into De Gea's hands, really. It was going fairly straight. But it's a corner kick to Everton. It's going to be Demarai Gray with the corner. And can Everton get one back here? Corner goes in, heads towards the near post. It's flicked on. But here's James Garner with the shot. And it's out for another corner. It's deflected back again. But the pressure's on. But it's come to no avail. The corner's cleared. Here's Sancho now with the ball on the right-hand side. The ball's being played through to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes with a header. Oh, and it's tipped over the bar by Jordan Pickford. Sabitzer played a lovely ball through there to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, he actually had time to bring the ball down and get a shot away. There was no pressure on him whatsoever, but he's headed towards goal, and Jordan Pickford's got fingertips to it and put it over the bar. A short corner from Bruno Fernandes, gives it to Martial. Oh, it's a nice little set piece, and it's flicked towards goal by Wan-Bissaka, but Jordan Pickford once again has the ball in his hands, and he's go through a massive ball out to Seamus Coleman on the right-hand side. Gives it to McNeil, but Marcus Rashford, well played. It's gone out for a throw-in to Manchester United. And Marcus Rashford's done really well there, tracking back, following the Everton player back, and gets an interception. So let me know in the chat what you think their score is going to be. Is it going to stay 1-0? Neil Maupay is going to come on. I can't see who's going to come on for. Maybe Ella Sims. United now knocking the ball around the back. Everton putting some pressure on the back line. We've got a shout of 2-1 in the chat. I assume that's to Everton, yeah? Maybe not. Pickford's done really well there. Pickford's done really well today. Yeah, you've got to give it to Jordan Pickford today. If it wasn't for Jordan Pickford, I think we would have conceded 4 goals here today. So, good performance by Jordan. Ashley saying it's going to be 2-0 to the Mighty Reds. You wouldn't count against it, but here's Marcus Rashford. He shoots, and it's over the bar. Certainly getting a few shots away now, United, in the past 5 minutes. Becoming more of a goal threat again. But here's the Everton change. It's Ella Sims coming off. And it's Neil Maupay coming on. Again, only a goal in the game. As long as it goes, only 1 goal in the game, you never know what can happen. We scored a goal late on against Chelsea. You know, can we do it again against United? We just got to keep belief here. Keep belief in ourselves. If the Everton players can keep belief in themselves, maybe we can get a winner. Oh, not a winner. Maybe we can get an equaliser in the game. I mean, a winner would be nice, but I don't think we're going to go that far. James Garner and Tom Davis in midfield have done okay since they've came on. You know, James Garner, of course, former United player. Jordan Pickford pings the ball up to McNeil, who gets a flick on. But McTominay's got time on the ball to literally chest it and bring it down. We can't let McTominay have that time on the ball in midfield. We need to be closer to him. But it doesn't seem to be happening. And United now not in a massive rush to be to be pressing Everton back. Oh, but there's a mistake by Seamus Coleman. And it's a pass through to Martial, and it's 2-0. And it is 2-0. It was a mistake by Seamus Coleman that let Marcus Rashford in on goal. He squared it to Martial, and it's 2-0. And that's game, set, and match to Manchester United. Everton will not be getting back in this game. And we were just talking about Rashford, weren't we? How Martial wasn't scoring goals, and he's popped in up with a goal. There was a simple ball forward by United. Coleman was just going to control it, but the ball slipped under his foot. Martial's taken it, squared it in the 6-yard box to Martial, who has just slotted it past Jordan Pickford. And it's an easy goal for Man United. And it's 2-0. So it was always going to be a difficult game this afternoon, wasn't it, for Everton? But I think we've got to be disappointed in the manner how we performed in the first half. And disappointed as well just to give away sloppy goals like that. Another Everton player slips on the ground. Everton have been slipping everywhere. I need to look at the boots. I think what the important thing is now is just do not concede any more goals. You know, our goal difference now will be minus 20 in the league. Absolutely shocking, appalling goal difference. But it can be no more. It can't be minus 21, 22, 23. So right now, shut up shop. Do not concede another goal, even if you just got to put 11 men behind the ball for the last 20 minutes. So at the minute, Man United with this win go third in the league. A game in hand over Newcastle. But Newcastle's goal difference is far superior. So if anything, you know, it could be an incentive for United to press on in this game. And maybe try and score more goals to improve their goal difference. Looks like Christian Eriksen's warming up as well. So if anyone wants to see Christian Eriksen, looks like you're going to get your wish. Nice. Here's Tom Davis, slots the ball through to Damari Gray. He's going to get a shot on. He does, but it goes wide of the box, wide of the goal. It's been Everton's problem, really. Here's Christian Eriksen going to be coming on. Let's see who's going to be coming on for. Probably McTominay. I mean, from an Everton perspective, this football weekend's over now. Here's Mopai trying to get a shot across. It's blocked. Everton is still getting inside the box, the United box. It just shows you how poor United are defensively at the moment, because Everton is still getting in and making a difference. It's going to be two changes. It's going to be Fred and Eriksen coming on in the middle of the park. So Sabitzer and Sancho are off for Fred and Eriksen. Eriksen probably with his craft is probably better suited for the second half of United. You know, because he can just, no matter how deep we are in defensively, he can make those passes and break through teams. He's been injured for a little bit, Eriksen, so he's getting a good reception here from the United fans. He hasn't been available for the past 16 matches. Everton playing a flat 4-5-1 now. I will be in the centre of midfield alongside Davis and Garner. Possibly what we should have done from the start. Yeah, so with the ball, Martial playing it forward to McTominay, who's still on the pitch. McTominay out to Rashford now. Rashford looks like he's going to try and break into the box. But United recover the ball, just pass him round now, keeping hold of the ball. Just want to see out the last 12, 13 minutes. So when you lose, you know, it depends how big a football fan you are, I suppose, but I'm a type of person who, I don't want to watch any more football. If we lose, I don't want to watch any more football that weekend. So I won't be watching the 5 o'clock game, or tomorrow I won't really want to watch any football. I certainly won't be watching Match of the Day, like a highlights programme. Oh, look, Rashford's just pulled up there. It looks like Rashford has pulled his groin. He's felt a tweak, he's holding it, and he's signalling towards the bench. Oh, yeah, and he just pulls up. Real bad blow there for Man United to lose Marcus Rashford. And, you know, a groin strain can be particularly worrisome towards the end of the season. It could be a number of games he might be missing for. Marcus Rashford's just walking towards the dugout. His game is over. He's not even attempting to play on. Again, shows you that it could be potentially serious for Marcus. Mikalenko with the ball on the left-hand side. Mikalenko and Davis playing a 1-2. Davis maybe trying to win a corner here, is he? Gives it to James Garner. Garner to Damari Gray. Come on, let's do something here. Gray to Iwobi. Here's Seamus Coleman, who shoots. Can't quite do a Michael Keane from last week. I think he wanted to make up for his mistake, but it goes straight at De Gea. And it's a comfortable save for David De Gea in the end. Yeah, Rashford's just walking along the sidelines. This game's over. Harry Maguire's also gone down. Don't know if that's a tactical decision for Harry Maguire to go down, so United can make a substitution. But here's Weghorst coming on for Marcus Rashford. So we talked about Weghorst earlier, but he is going to get some time on the pitch. So change made. It's only 10 minutes left on the clock. Marcus Rashford is not going to the bench. He's just going straight down the tunnel. So the game's back underway. Changes made. But 10 minutes to go. It's just routine now, really, isn't it? It's routine for Man United. Marcus Rashford just gave the share to a youngster. So Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV, will be back next week. We've got a game against Fulham in the second half. We've got a game against Fulham Saturday afternoon. Home game. So it's going to be really important. Our home games now are going to be essential. And we've got home games coming up against Fulham, Newcastle, Manchester City and Bournemouth. You know, if we can take 3 wins out of them 4 games, that should see us safe. But it's a massive ask, you know, to beat Fulham, who are a good side at home. Newcastle, who are flying at the minute and in the race for top 4. Man City, you know, that's a difficult ask, obviously, of course, at home. And Bournemouth, last game of the season. Could be absolutely vital game, that last game. But we need to beat Fulham, and we need 3 points. That game has become a must-win game for Everton. If we don't beat Fulham next week, I will be really, really worried about our survival chances. So it's a huge game next week. And I think if the Everton fans were planning on doing something special, it should be next week against Fulham, because we need the players to be absolutely firing on all cylinders. So as it is, 2-0 to United, 7 minutes to go, plus a few minutes additional added time. I personally think we just don't want to concede anymore here. Let's just get to the end of it, get to next week against Fulham, and go again. United have probably thought it's actually a comfortable game for them. Hasn't been too difficult. We haven't really made it too hard for United, and they've just played a normal game, scored a couple of goals, and it's a bit of a feel-good factor around Oldtrafford, which is exactly what we didn't want to happen. So for the United fans in the chat, do you think United will get top 4? I personally do. I think Newcastle and United will both get top 4. I think Spurs will miss out. A lot of noise around Spurs at the minute with Conte leaving and the managerless. Again, really poor pass that by Mykolenko. Really simple pass to play into the feet of Damari Gray, but he just plays it to the United defender. It's just, we're really struggling to put one pass together. So disappointing. But I think the Everton players are being swallowed up by Old Trafford here. You know, it's a massive pitch at Old Trafford. Big, imposing stadium. 80,000 plus. And I just don't think they've given a good account of themselves. Here's another mistake by Seamus Coleman. Another mistake by Seamus Coleman in the box, giving the ball away. Big scramble continues. Bruno Fernandes gets a shot off, and it's saved by Pickford. Ashley in the chat just saying best of luck for Everton for the rest of the season as a United fan, which is certainly, thank you very much, you know. Please do continue to watch the streams as and when you're about. Don't just have to join Everton to enjoy Restricted Views. But here's Iwobi trying to win the ball back up the field. And it's a free kick to United. Bit of a soft free kick by Michael Oliver. I think once it was 1-0 in this game, we were... Oh, Seamus Coleman's down now. Potentially looks like he needs a change. We have Nathan Patson on the bench. We have Mason Holgate on the bench. It is going to be Nathan Patson who come on for a like in the right-back position. Looks like Coleman's has picked up a knock. So Patson's going to come on for the last few minutes of the game. Good to see Nathan Patson back. He's been injured for a little while. So good to see him back in an Everton shirt. It almost feels like once one gets back to full fitness, the other one gets injured. So Patson was playing while Coleman was out. Just as Coleman returns, Patson gets injured. And now Coleman's picked up a knock, and Patson's just come back to full form. Would I take Maguire at Everton? Yeah, I potentially would, because I feel like to play for a team like Everton, he would play well. We don't necessarily play out from the back all that much. And under Sean Dyche would probably play to Harry Maguire's strengths, where, probably Eric Ten Hag doesn't, because Eric Ten Hag likes the pretty football and likes to play out from the back, and he likes total football. I think Sean Dyche would play to Harry Maguire's strengths a little bit more. But a few minutes to go. I'll recap now the match as opposed to after half time. I think it's been a good match for Manchester United, not so much for Everton. I think we could have scored goals in this match. We had early chances from Ellis Sims, who dragged a shot wide. It was a really good opportunity to score a goal. Onana had a chance at goal from 6 yards out. He headed that over. So there's been chances for Everton in this game. We just haven't taken them. And if potentially we could have scored one of them, it could have changed, the way the game played out. Potentially we should have started the game the way we started the second half, more structured, more defensive, more rigid. But as it is, United have been able to score 2 goals. They've had multiple chances. They could have scored a lot more. And it goes down as United 3 points. Everton each need to lick the wounds, learn from this game, and move on, because we've got a huge game next week against Fulham at Goodison Park, and it's a must-win game. So, yeah, just take any positives away from this that we possibly can. Don't dwell on it. Get back on the training pitch, shrug the defeat off, and go again. Fernandes with a corner. Plays it short to Eriksen. Eriksen looking to get a ball in. He's playing it what? He's not really putting a ball in the box. They're just knocking it around the box. Goes now to Fred. And Harry Maguire on the wing, breaking inside the box. Tries to put a ball in, but it's cleared from Patterson, and it's another corner to United. I think there's not much fight left in this Everton side at the moment, to be honest with you. You can tell from the body language, the heads are down. They just don't want to concede anymore. Eriksen tried to get a shot away. It's blocked. Three minutes adds on in this game. And Everton just needs to not concede another goal yet, as far as I'm concerned. They're playing it out from the back, playing 1-2, 1-2. Patterson running down the right-hand side. Almost gives the ball away in a dangerous position. But it's an Everton throw-in, is it? It's a United throw-in. So we'll be closing the stream down as soon as we hit full time. I do want to say thank you very much for watching once again. Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Few technical issues today. We had a few camera issues. We had to switch camera halfway through the stream. So thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for logging on and joining. We'll be back next Saturday for Everton versus Fulham. And please do, if you see any of our tweets on social media, please follow our content, like and share. And we do appreciate all your support. And there's a lot more content to come in the coming weeks. United still with possession of the ball, still playing forward. Bruno Fernandes. If you look at the attacking players, United have got Bruno Fernandes and Anthony, Martial. You've got Rashford, Weghorst. Got some really good forward players. There's no doubt that you're pushing for Champions League because, Ten Hag is getting the best out of most of these players. I think one or two more additions in the summer for United, and potentially you could be challenging for the league next year. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez with the ball, gives it back to Wan-Bissaka. United just playing around with the ball now, just wasting time. And the United fans are starting the Olays. Everton are just sitting back, not really wanting to break the shape. They do win the ball back with Tom Davies. Tom Davies gives it to McNeil. And Everton really haven't got enough time to get back in this game or influence the game as of now. Probably 10 seconds to go. Can we get a consolation goal? Garner on the left-hand side. Is he going to pull? He puts the ball into the box and Mopai. Oh, tries to play a 1-2 with Damari Gray. Doesn't quite come off. And that's the final whistle. Well played to Man United on the 3 points. Everton will lick their wounds and go again. Everton still in the bottom half on 27 points. And we move on. I'll see you again next week. Restricted views on YouTube. Everton Fan TV.